Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Velasquez and today I'm going to show you my project, the requisition project in the Hospital Puebla for my practice 2. So let's start. Here you will see the link to the video stream that you are watching now. So it's going to be uploaded in YouTube so everyone can see it and it's going to be open for everyone. So first, projects. I do my practice number 2 in Hospital Puebla. This hospital is located in my city called Puebla, and this is one of the most important hospitals in the whole city. The hospital just include a new program related to programming new projects into the hospital and include it inside the hospital just to make it more technology advances and to be more easy and efficiency in the projection in some projects different inside the hospital that they already have, but they need to be created again in technology way. So my person that was in charge of me was Uriel Castillo de la Rosa. He's the main programmer of the hospital and he's really nice person. I want to say thank you to him because thanks to him, I was able to learn a lot of different things and be able to work on this project. So now, as a second project, during my practice, during my time here in the hospital, I do 3 main projects focusing on one specific on this presentation. But yeah, the first one was the interactive organizational chart. This project was created using Mermaid. I will explain it later, but this was only design and the programming. Then the main project that was the requisition project and the results again. And finally, the management application update. This was only a small version because I didn't finish it because my time on the practice already finished. But what this is gonna be the next step. So let's begin. As I already mentioned, we have the interactive organizational chart. This was created on Mermaid. Mermaid is a project, well, it's a code application or tool that we use to generate different charts and make it interactive between each other. For example, the hospital use different stairs to show the area that you are inside, like for example, directors, coordinators, chiefs, or this is on this case in Spanish, it's going to be jefaturas. So yeah, we use this tool, we create it. I do all this project was made by myself, and I just send it him to Uriel. Then the most important one was the requisition project. This was the digitalization of a already existing project. This project, I'm going to be explaining it in the next one, but this was the most important one. And the objectives of this one was to make more efficiency, this project, less time consuming, etc. And finally, the managed application update. This application already exists. It's a management application that only the directors have access. And in this application, they can see all the information about the hospital in real time. The main problem with this one is that this application was already created since 2008, and this application really need an update. The main objective here is a requisition project that I'm going to be focusing on it on this presentation. So objectives. The main objective, well, the 3 more important objectives that Uriel and me show was improvement of security to reduce the risk of lost information, change, or misunderstandings. For this, we create a historial where we can see all the purchases and all the requisitions that was created on the app. The next one was the time improvement per request. This facilitates all users with the necessary validations, confirmation per request by centralizing everything in the application. This means that all the bosses, all the directors, everyone can answer their part like in this way to improve the time per requisition. And finally, reduction in cost, because this eliminates the use of paper, reducing gasoline, because a lot of times these papers have to travel between different buildings, and optimization of time that will be much less. So our goals, as I already mentioned, are really related to the objectives that I already said. Like, for example, is speed up the purchasing process of all users, easy access for all users, no matter who. Great controlling purchases, reduction of cost in human and economic effort. And finally, the request history, that is going to be essential for us. So let's begin with the specification. The first thing that we do was to generate a diagram where we can see all the things that we will need during the project. So we generate all the information that we will need per area, all the areas that we will need, and what kind of information does these things will need, and how we are gonna use it or implement it during the process. As a second one, we use the area management that is gonna be defined in different, well, we just digitalize the already existing areas, and we just like reduce it and just include it into the program. Then we assign the responsibilities of every single area, like verifying the purchases, accepted or deny it, and put a reason why they accepted or deny it. And finally, we create the purchasing area that generates the request and generates the requisition and the buy. I would like to mention that this process in this moment, well, before this project was made by a person. So a person has to create the request, then move to another person. This person has to wait until the other one just accept it or deny the request. Then if this person accepted, it's going to move to another one, and this can take a lot of time, more than 3 weeks per request. And that's why we are trying to reduce this time, because it's really important to have smaller times. Finally, the development of the design. We create this diagram to have like a more defined idea of what we want to do. So the first thing that we're going to make is the login. The first thing, the user enter to our program, and with a login, with a user and a password, this person can enter into the program. In this part, this person is going to be able to create a request. In this part, the person is going to be able to put everything they need. Another thing that, like every single aspect they need, like for example, tools, markers, paper, etc., and different things. This is going to generate the request and going to be uploaded to a request. It's going to be uploaded to our database, and then in the database, the director that is going to be the first person that is going to check this request is going to be able to accept it or deny it. If this person deny the request, he will need to put explanation of why he's denying this question. If the request is accepted, it's gonna pass to the counter. This case is el contador, and the same situation. If he can accept it or he can deny it. If he denies, he has to put a specific reason why he's want to deny this one. And finally, if the counter accepted, it's gonna bounce to the treasury, and they will purchase all the requests. Finally, but this is the final part of the development. Here we have a really small schema of what we do. So yeah, the first thing is the type of users. And we define all the persons that are gonna be able to enter to this is the database, I want to say this. The person is gonna be able to enter and it's gonna be defined in 3 different aspects. So the program will know if this person is the one that is making the request, if it's the director, or if it's the counter. Then the historial, here we can see all the purchase that was made before, or all the requests. And finally, different elements that we will need per request to have like a better organization on every single area. I would like to mention that the front area was made in HTML CSS, and for the database, we use PHP using Genie and other different tools to make it. This project was made from zero to everything and was a really good one. Finally, the results. The organization project was created, and it was a big thing. This reached important milestones into the journeys. It was successful and helps to the and actual in this moment the prioritization is working now in the hospital and is working really good. I would like to mention that this project still have some bugs and some fixes that we'll need, but for in this moment it's working, and we're gonna be maybe in a future we're gonna be able to improve it to a second version and put different features and more tools to improve the validate the works on this one. That's gonna be able for this presentation. Thank you so much for listening to me and to pay attention to my work on this one. This was a great project and I really appreciate every single moment of this area. So thank you so much. And that's everything for today. Thank you.